Hello and welcome to UC San Diego's pre-arrival webinar for International Education Abroad Program reciprocity students. This webinar is intended for incoming International EAP reciprocity UC San Diego students in F1 or J1 status. The International Students and Programs Office would like to extend a warm welcome to you. We are here to assist you throughout your stay in the United States, as well as provide services that enhance the quality of your experience in the United States and contribute to your academic success at UC San Diego. During this webinar, we are here to assist you. My name is Gabriela, and I am going to explain a lot of the important information that you should know before arriving at UC San Diego. My colleagues, Ricky Paniagua, another international student advisor, Ray Guerrero, the resident dean at iHouse, and Sean Four, one of our college non-resident and international outreach coordinators, are also present and will respond to any questions that you might have during the webinar. We will cover a lot of information, so we please ask that you watch the entire webinar before submitting questions. Also, we will be posting this PowerPoint presentation to you within the next couple of weeks on our website. It is also accessible from your webinar toolbar on the side of the page when you look on your computer screen. So please do not feel rushed to write down all of the links and additional information included in the presentation. Again, please listen to the whole webinar prior to submitting questions, as we may review many of the questions that you currently have. Today we're going to talk about some important topics that relate to your arrival in San Diego and your studies at UCSD. Today, you will familiarize yourself with the International Students and Programs Office and EAP resources. Learn about getting started at UCSD, including setting up your email, learning about course enrollment and paying your fees, getting to UC San Diego, learn about the International Student Orientation Program in September, learn about housing and health, and about getting involved at UC San Diego. You'll also go over approaching deadlines and checklists at the end of this webinar. If you'd like to submit a question, you may send it through the question box and include your full name and PID if needed. Ricky, Ray, and Sean will stay online for about 15 minutes after the webinar completion to answer any questions. Now I'd like to know who's here. Please enter your home country in the question box. Okay, I see Hong Kong, UK, Turkey, Thailand, South Africa, Germany, Australia. Wow, we have quite a mix here. This is fantastic. Thank you all for joining us today. For this upcoming fall quarter, we are expecting about 150 new international EAP reciprocity students. The International Students and Programs Office is here to assist you from the very start. We provide pre-arrival information and orientation for new international students, as well as advising services for you and your family. You can come to us if you have any questions regarding your international student visa and status. In addition, we offer fun cross-cultural programs and activities for all students at UCSD. The International Students and Programs Office website is full of important information. Please mark it as one of your favorites and bookmark it to your computer. We have posted many documents that are related to your stay in San Diego. You can access request forms, information guides, tutorials, the International Student Handbook, and much more. We would suggest that you get familiar with our website and take some time to explore all of the links on the homepage. You may also want to get started getting connected now. If you'd like, you can join our Facebook group by searching for UC San Diego International Students and Programs Office. We also have a webpage specifically for EAP students where we have compiled frequently asked questions and address topics that are special to EAP reciprocity students. You can access this site by going directly to istudents.ucsd.edu and clicking on Newly Admitted Students. Then you can click on EAP Reciprocity Students to get more specific information. And I'm sure you're already aware and familiar with the UC EAP pre-arrival instructions. This was gone over in detail during UC EAP's webinars held a little while ago. Please continue to refer to this website along with our website for important information and updates now and throughout your time here at UC San Diego. We know that you have many questions about getting started at UC San Diego and making sure you've done everything you need to do to start classes here. To make everything clear, we're going to review some information about setting up your email, enrolling for classes, paying fees, and making sure you stay in good academic standing. You should have already set up your UCSD email account. This is a very important email address that many different people will use to communicate with you. In fact, UC San Diego will only use this address to communicate with you, so it's imperative that you check it frequently. If you are having problems setting up your account, please contact the ACMS Help Desk at acms-help@ucsd.edu. A step-by-step guide to activating your UCSD email account can also be found at istudents.ucsd.edu EAP webpage under How to Activate Your UCSD Campus Account. Likewise, you can find information about academics and enrollment by accessing Triton Link. Go to students.ucsd.edu and click on Academics. You can then browse to find the topic that you are looking for, and you will also find the information to contact the registrar's office with any questions you may have. We have listed some key dates for you to keep in mind. New student enrollment began on May 18th, so hopefully many of you have already enrolled in your classes. Registration fees are due no later than September 18th. Fall quarter begins on September 21st, and the first day of instruction is September 24th. Please remember as you're enrolling in classes that you must enroll in at least 12 units. You can continue to enroll in classes and change your schedule up until the second week of the quarter. University of California tuition fees are paid automatically for EAP reciprocity students. However, you will be responsible for the health insurance payments. To check for any fees, again, go to My Triton link and log in. All students are required to purchase the Student Health Insurance Plan, or SHIP, each quarter and are billed automatically. Refer to the Student Health Insurance Plan for details about coverage, cost, and the requirements for a waiver if you are already insured under another plan. Be sure to note the effective date of the health insurance policy. The deadline to pay any fees is September 18th, so plan accordingly to make payments prior to this date. Remember, the UCSD cashier's office does not accept credit cards, but they do accept cash, personal and international checks, and money orders, in addition to other forms of payment. Check the billing and payments information above for more information. Now that you've gotten your important pre-arrival tasks out of the way, it's time to prepare for your arrival at UC San Diego. We understand that you may want to come to the United States before your program of study at UC San Diego begins. Some wish to take part in work or study programs or simply travel beforehand. Please be aware that the earliest arrival permitted with your UCSD DS 2019 is August 22nd. This is 30 days before your international student orientation begins here. For those of you who plan on taking part in summer work or study sponsored by another J1 program, be aware that you must depart the U.S. and apply for a new J1 visa with your UCSD DS 2019 before you begin your studies here. You cannot continue your studies here with anything other than a UCSD DS 2019 and corresponding J1 visa. For those of you who plan to travel in and out of the United States within this 30-day period, for example, a short trip to Mexico or Canada after you have already arrived in the States with your UCSD DS 2019, please use caution. This can be risky, and Customs and Border Protection may not let you back into the U.S. Before you do this, please consult with the International Students and Programs Office. When you arrive at your first airport in the United States, you will have to go through U.S. Customs. Be sure to carry your immigration documents in your carry-on bag. Do not pack them in your luggage. You will be asked to show them to the immigration officer, including your passport, visa, and I-20 or DS-2019. Remember, a visa allows a foreign citizen coming from abroad to travel to the United States port of entry and request permission to enter the U.S. Applicants should be aware that a visa does not guarantee entry into the United States. The Department of Homeland Security and U.S. Customs and Border Protection officials have authority to permit or deny admission to the United States. If you are allowed to enter the U.S., the Customs and Border Protection official will determine the length of your visit on the electronic form I-94, which is often referred to as your arrival departure record. When you arrive at Customs, your passport will be scanned and will receive an entry or admission stamp in your passport, which will include your entry date, status of entry, either F1 or J1, and the duration of your status in the U.S. Your passport will also be scanned in order to create what is called an electronic I-94 record. It is a very, very important record. You must access this electronic record using the link above after you enter the U.S. and print and save a copy for your records. We also recommend that you save a PDF or image of the I-94 for your records. You must bring a copy with you to your international student orientation so that we can review all of your immigration documents and make sure your entry was processed correctly. Errors on your I-94 could negatively impact any J1 or F1 benefits you may request, such as a driver's license, employment in the U.S., or even future travel and re-entry into the U.S. So, getting to campus. There are several options to get to UC San Diego. You can have your friends or family bring you to campus. You can take a public city bus or a UC San Diego shuttle. Or you can use other forms of ground transportation from San Diego Airport, for example, taxis. If you would like additional transportation options, please refer to the International Center's Arrivals Resources page on our website. The San Diego Airport is about 15 miles from campus. If you are taking a shuttle or cab, expect the drive to be about 20 to 30 minutes. If you fly into Los Angeles, you can take the train, bus, rent a car, and of course, you can also book a connecting flight from LAX to San Diego. Los Angeles is about a 2.5-hour drive by car away from San Diego. Please use the links listed here to find out more information about these methods of transportation. We know that one of the very first things you'll want to do is set up a phone contract and possibly a bank account when you get to UC San Diego. There are several banks and cell phone companies located in the area right around the UC San Diego campus. Exact policies vary from bank to bank. However, you will likely need the following for the purposes of opening a bank account: your passport, your student ID, and money for an initial deposit, sometimes up to about $100. You will also need a current local address, so the one that you are staying at here in San Diego. You will likely need the same forms of identification to purchase a cell phone contract, so be sure to bring your passport and another form of ID with you for this as well. So now you've made it to UCSD. We know you will probably be very excited and tired by the time you get to campus, but there are a few very important things that you'll need to remember once you arrive. All new international students to UCSD must report to the International Center within 15 days of your program start date. This is a requirement of your F1 or J1 status so we can register your SEVIS record. Failure to complete the document check may result in the termination of your SEVIS record and loss of your F1 or J1 status. Be sure to review the document check process before you arrive at UCSD so you can be prepared. Information regarding this process can be found on the link at the top of this page. Please note that the document check can be completed by attending the International Student Orientation on September 21st. Note that you are not required to attend your UCSD college orientation. Representatives from the college will be present at your International Student Orientation to give you relevant information. The EAP Reciprocity International Student Orientation is on Monday, September 21st at 12:30 p.m., so make sure you are here by then. The International Center orientation is mandatory and required of all international students. iTriton, the new international student online training, is also required for all new international students attending UC San Diego. iTriton online training is a 55-minute web-based module that gives international students the fundamental knowledge and tools to navigate their way through UC San Diego. iTriton does not replace the on-campus international orientation, so please make sure you complete both requirements. Since this is not a live webcast or webinar, you may proceed through the online training at your own pace. Should you exit the training before finishing, you will be taken back to the page where you last left off. Completion of the 55-minute digital orientation will be required by September 16th for all Fall 2015 new students. Many of you will be living on campus, so we will be going over some basic concepts and residential information in the next few slides. We will also be reviewing important health insurance information for you. Students may research housing options at UC San Diego by searching the UCSD housing page. Their FAQ section on the left-hand side of their webpage is also helpful in finding out what amenities UCSD on-campus housing provides in terms of furniture, and bedding, and so forth. Many international students wonder if they need to provide their own bed linens, and the answer is yes. You can find the measurements for the bed linens at this website link. You're welcome to bring your own, and there are many shops and stores close to campus where you can buy various items for your dorm room, including linens. You can also research off-campus housing through this website on the left-hand toolbar. The International Center also has some housing resources via the link above. You can find short-term housing options such as homestay exchange programs, so if you're entering the U.S. early and would like to participate in a short homestay, please check out this useful information. If you opt to live off campus, you can also find information about commuting to UCSD at the UC San Diego Commuter Student Services site. Again, those of you who have not arranged housing yet might consider living short-term with a homestay family in the San Diego area. The Solana Beach Homestay program has been serving our students for 9 years. There are several families in the area that provide housing to our students each year. If you are interested, please contact the Solana Beach Homestay program via the link here to make arrangements. One of the biggest adjustments our international students say they have to make when they come to the U.S. is being very aware of the legal drinking age. As many of you may know, it is illegal to consume alcohol under 21 years old in the United States. It is also illegal to provide alcohol to anyone under the age of 21 years. Alcohol at social gatherings on campus is only allowed if all of the guests are 21 years of age or older. Public consumption of alcohol, so having an open container outside on the street, is also prohibited. These rules are strictly enforced in all campus housing at UC San Diego, and any violation of these rules may lead to charges of misconduct. We know that the drinking age in other countries varies greatly, and in many cases is lower than the legal age set in the U.S. We know that this can be quite a surprise and adjustment for our students. We ask that you be mindful of these rules to avoid any serious problems caused by breaking U.S. law and UCSD student conduct policies. Please familiarize yourself with UC San Diego's Student Code of Conduct and ask your resident assistant if you have any questions about housing policies. As mentioned earlier, you are responsible for paying for health insurance while you're in the United States. Health insurance within the UC system is mandatory. As a new student, you will automatically be enrolled in the Student Health Insurance Plan, or SHIP, unless you are already covered by another insurance plan and wish to opt out. If this is the case, you must then apply for a health fee waiver no later than the beginning of fall quarter. Your other insurance must meet the minimum coverage amounts that UC SHIP covers. For more information about the Student Health Insurance Plan, including coverage amounts, please visit the website link listed above. SHIP coverage starts on September 21st, so you should plan to be covered with other insurance, for example, travel insurance, prior to the SHIP coverage start date if you plan to arrive early in the United States. All admitted UC San Diego students must complete the tuberculosis or TB screening questionnaire by July 30th. Additional information can be found under the Health and Wellness tab on your My Application checklist. If after completing the TB screening questionnaire you are screened positive for TB risk, you will be asked to submit the TB assessment form. You'll need to have your healthcare provider complete the form and send it to UCSD Student Health Services by July 30th. Failure to do so will result in your registration hold being placed on your student account until this requirement is completed. For more information, visit the website listed here for student health. All questions regarding the TB screening questionnaire must be directed to Student Health Services. Admissions is unable to address any of these questions. Please visit the Student Health website that is listed and utilize their Ask a Question tool on their homepage, which will prompt you to sign in and then give you access to ask a nurse in the Student Health Center your questions. Most of your healthcare needs can be met on campus at UCSD Health Services Center, which includes a pharmacy, x-ray facilities, and a lab, primary care, routine checkup services, and a nurse's clinic. However, if you are truly in need of urgent care or emergency care and it is outside normal business hours of 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., there are several options for you. You can speak to a registered nurse after hours to get medical advice at the Student Health Services Center. You can go to an urgent care center off campus, or you can go to the emergency room at a local UCSD hospital. For more information about urgent or emergency care options, please visit the Student Health Services website. Familiarize yourself with this page so you know where to go in case of an emergency, and so that you are aware of your insurance plan and what it will cover in the event of an emergency. We have several programs geared specifically for international students to ensure your success at UC San Diego. Make the most of your exchange program experience while you're here. For those of you who will be living in iHouse, there will be plenty of opportunities and programming offered simply through iHouse, but there are even more ways to get involved. Your study abroad experience is not just about studying. Be sure to check out all of the social clubs and organizations on campus. The International Club is a very popular way for international students to get involved and is a great way to get out and meet new people. Check us out on Facebook and our website at iprograms.ucsd.edu. If you have any specific questions, you can email iclub@ucsd.edu. Along with iClub, there are many other things that you can get involved in. Part of the American University experience is to get involved and have fun. At the International Center, we have our famous Friday International Cafe, our English in Action tutor program, and our peer leader program. More about that a little later. We also have language exchanges and much, much more. Check out iprograms.ucsd.edu for more information. There are many ways that you can branch out and explore your passion on our campus. In addition to the many programs that each of our 6 colleges coordinates, there are community resource centers that provide a way to connect, Outback Adventures that help you explore by organizing adventure trips, as well as UC San Diego Athletics, which has discounted and free tickets to all of our Triton team games. The out-of-state and international outreach coordinators are also actively seeking to help our international visitors acclimate and integrate into campus life and beyond at UC San Diego. They do a variety of programming like a weekly Passport to Culture that has students from different countries all over the world share their customs and life at home with the larger campus, and weekly trivia nights with awesome prizes held in our very own pub, Home Plate Cafe. Okay, so we've covered a lot of information today and the webinar is coming to an end. You can start thinking about the last details of your departure preparation, and in conclusion, we have outlined some important reminders and deadlines for you to be aware of. There are several important things that you all must do before you come to UCSD. If you do not complete these requirements, you may encounter difficulties registering for classes in the fall. Departments may place an academic hold on your account, preventing you from enrollment, making changes to enrollment, and taking any actions in Triton Link, including making payments. So, be sure to register for the International Student Orientation for EAP students. You can do that now, along with registering and starting to complete your iTriton online training. You may begin this online training now. Remember that by July 30th, this is the deadline to complete your tuberculosis screening questionnaire. July 31st is the deadline to complete the We Are Tritons requirement. September 16th is the deadline to complete your iTriton online training. September 18th is the deadline to pay any fees, meaning your SHIP health insurance. And September 21st is the date of our mandatory International Center orientation. All of the links needed to complete these requirements can be found on the International Students and Programs Office EAP Reciprocity website. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact us via the information listed above. In addition to being sent out to you, a copy of this PowerPoint will be placed on the istudents.ucsd.edu website on the Newly Admitted Students webinar page. Please feel free to refer back to this presentation on that page. This presentation is also available in your webinar toolbar as a PDF document for you to save. Thank you very much for your time today, and we look forward to meeting you in the fall. Have a wonderful rest of your summer and enjoy the anticipation of coming to sunny San Diego this year. We will remain online and take your questions for the next 15 to 20 minutes. So please type your question in the question box on the right of your screen. Thank you.